Hey, English learners. Welcome back to Easy English Conversations, your cozy place to learn English through real-life chats. I'm Ben.
And I'm Jane. We're really glad you're here. Maybe you're walking, maybe you're cooking, maybe you're lying on your bed scrolling on your phone. Yeah, phone in hand.
Jane, quick question. When was the last time you said, I'm just going to browse, and then somehow you spent money?
Oh, wow. Yesterday, I went to the mall just to look. Then I opened an online shop while waiting for coffee. Now I have a plant, a notebook, and socks on the way.
3 items in 1 hour. Respect.
I didn't even need socks.
That's how it starts. First, it's browsing, then it's adding to cart, then your bank app sends you a quiet warning.
Mine whispers, Jane, please calm down.
If you're listening and thinking, yep, that's me, hey, same. You're not alone.
So today's episode is personal. We're talking about materialism, buying too much, feeling pressure to look successful, and how we slowly learn to live with less stress.
We'll share 10 simple minimalist habits that helped us spend less, feel lighter, and stop emotional shopping. Not extreme minimalism. We still like coffee. We still like nice things. We just don't like buying anxiety.
And don't worry, we'll keep everything in easy English. If you're B1, you're perfect here. If you're a strong beginner, just relax and listen. Take what you understand, let the rest flow past. That's real learning.
Your brain gets excited by new things. New shoes, new colors, new gadgets. It's like a tiny firework.
Companies know this, so they show you, just dropped, limited edition, new arrival, and suddenly you think, maybe this will change my life. Spoiler, it usually doesn't. Reason 2, everyone makes it look normal.
Let's talk about phones. Your old phone works fine, but people say, oh, you still have that model?
Nothing broke, only your confidence.
Exactly. And slowly it feels like upgrading is required, not a choice.
Reason 3, you only see today's price.
You don't see future stress. Storage problems, cleaning time, credit card bills. Small purchases add up, and suddenly your room feels crowded and your mind feels tired.
You can't control ads, but you can control your habits. So let's share our 10 simple rules. Not scary, real life. This rule sounds simple, but it changed how I buy almost everything. Before, I always picked the cheapest option. Shoes, bags, kitchen tools. They looked okay for 2 weeks. Then they broke.
So you didn't save money, you just paid twice.
Exactly. Now I ask myself, can this last? Not luxury, not famous brands, just something solid, something I can use again and again.
I do this with headphones. I used to buy cheap ones every few months. Now I buy one good pair and take care of it. Less waste, less stress.
This rule protects your space. If you don't feel a clear yes, it becomes a why did I buy this?
I had many clothes like that. Not ugly, not amazing, just there. They filled my closet, but never my heart. Now I only keep things I truly like wearing. If I feel unsure, I walk away.
This one is powerful. People think they need better shelves or boxes, but most of the time they just need less stuff.
Organizing clutter doesn't fix clutter. It just hides it.
Now I remove things first. Old papers, broken items, things I forgot I owned. Then organizing becomes easy. Sometimes I don't even need storage anymore.
Your life changes. Your hobbies change. Your style changes. But your stuff stays.
So every few months I check. If I haven't used something for a long time, I ask, does this still support my life today? If not, I think it and let it go. It feels freeing.
This one stopped most of my impulse buying. When I want something, I write it down. Name, price, reason. Then I wait.
And after 1 week, half the items feel silly.
Yes, the ones that stay feel more meaningful. Waiting turns emotional buying into intentional buying.
This one saves time. Keys always here, wallet always there.
Your brain relaxes when things have places. You stop searching. You stop panicking. Even laundry feels easier. Small habit, big peace.
Some things look beautiful but create problems. White furniture, shoes that hurt, clothes that need special washing.
I think about the hidden cost. If buying something also means cleaning more, fixing more, or worrying more, maybe it's not worth it. Always think about the hidden effort.
Before buying, pause. Ask yourself, why do I want this?
If the answer is boredom, or pressure, or sadness, maybe you don't need the item. Maybe you need rest, or a walk, or a hug.
Joy doesn't have to look fancy. Sometimes it's your favorite mug or soft pajamas.
If something makes your daily life easier or warmer, it belongs. If it creates guilt or stress, maybe not.
This rule protects future you.
Buy now, pay later feels easy, but future bills don't. Now I save first. If I still want it later, great. If not, also great. Both feel better than debt.
Okay, let's slow down and collect today's useful words. You don't need to remember everything. Just choose 2 or 3 and try them this week.
First word, mindful. Mindful means you pay attention to what you're doing. You don't rush. You don't buy without thinking. For example, I'm trying to be mindful with my spending.
Next, emotional shopping. That means buying because of feelings. Maybe you're tired, maybe you're bored, maybe you had a bad day. For example, I did emotional shopping after work.
Next, phrase, cut down on. It means do something less, not zero, just less. For example, I'm cutting down on online shopping.
Next, set aside. Set aside means save something for later, usually money or time. For example, I set aside a little money every month.
Next phrase, talk yourself into. It means you slowly convince yourself, even when you know it's not a great idea. For example, I talked myself into buying that jacket.
Next, fall into the trap. It means you get caught by sales or pressure. For example, I fell into the trap and bought things I didn't need.
Next, use what you have. It means stop chasing new things. Work with what's already around you. For example, I'll use what I have instead of buying more.
Next, compare yourself. It means looking at others and feeling pressure, online or in real life. For example, I stopped comparing myself on social media.
Next phrase, go overboard. It means you do too much. You planned a little, then suddenly it's a lot. For example, I went overboard during the sale.
Next, feel at ease. It means feel calm and relaxed, not worried. For example, having savings helps me feel at ease.
Next, wait it out. It means give yourself time before deciding. For example, I'll wait it out and see how I feel.
Next, hold off. It means pause or delay. For example, I'm holding off buying new shoes.
Next, total it up. It means add all the small costs together. For example, when I totaled it up, I was shocked.
Next, stay within limits. It means don't spend more than you planned. For example, I'm trying to stay within my limits this month.
Last one, small reward. It means treating yourself gently. Not big shopping, just something simple. For example, I finished my work, so I gave myself a small reward.
Remember, you don't need every word. Pick 2. Use them this week. That's real progress. You don't need to change everything. Just try one habit. That's enough.
Before you buy something this week, ask, am I buying comfort or future stress?
Tell us in the comments, which habit do you want to try? Any sentence is perfect.
This is Ben.
This is Jane. Thank you for listening to Easy English Conversations.